never tried raccoon.
I have.
Okay, good for you. I've never tried
It tastes like
raccoon.
chicken,
Good
Mona.
night, Batman. Have a good one.
I damn it.
Good night, Bam.
Were you asking the question?
Yeah, I was asking, what does it taste like, Mona? Does it taste
Oh,
Tastes
like
like
chicken?
chicken.
Everything's supposed to taste like
No,
chicken.
it don't. Nope, that
It
don't
don't
taste
taste like
like
chicken.
chicken. That tastes like barbecue ribs.
oh,
Yeah, it
I
tastes
don't
like
know. It tastes
barbecue
gamey to
ribs.
me. It just
Huh?
tastes gamey.
Oh, you taste it too, Duval?
Not everybody knows how to cook wild game.
Yeah.
hey,
This was
Duval.
years ago. I haven't ate any since. It was like years.
Duval, are you in Florida?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where you at, Mona? Where are you at?
I'm here in Texas.
And you, Felicia?
Alabama,
And I did not catch the other guest's name when it came up.
Robin.
Robin.
Robin. Where you at,
And I'm
Robin?
in Jersey. I'm in Jersey.
He's in
He's,
Jersey.
Okay. I'm in Virginia. You're my metropolitan sister because I'm from New York City.
ah. But you said
I'm,
you're originally from the
Territory.
Caribbean?
I'm originally from Jamaica. So I came here as a
Ah.
teenager and went to school in New York. As soon as I graduated, I never looked back. I don't know why I tell people I was in New York. I literally only lived in New York for 2 years. The only reason I tell people I'm from New York, on my enlistment contract, they put New York. And so on every piece of paperwork, I am forever tagged as a New Yorker. But I only lived
Uh,
there for 2 years.
yeah.
That's long enough.
Yeah.
Hey y'all. Hey Bone Tired.
Hey,
Do
Bone
so
Time.
you don't go back to Jamaica? I have a coworker. He just went back and he bought me back some herbs, y'all. Oh my gosh. I can't wait. He's supposed to come to work, bring him to work tomorrow. He just got back. He had to go bury his sister. But while he was
Mm.
there, he picked up some herbs to bring back, sour sop and some other herbs. So you don't go there to get like, I know that I think don't they grow like okra and different foods in the Caribbean
Yeah, they do. And
that they
yes,
bring back here?
yes, and what I did was when I retired, that was my goal. And so Um, I retired in 2014. So when I got up to do my little speech, everybody gives a retirement speech. Oh yeah, when I retire, I'm gonna do. And most people lie. When they retire, they say they're gonna spend time with their family. They're gonna travel to where they lie. Well, when I retired, I literally did what I said I was gonna do. I was gonna spend more time on learning my wife so she can learn me, and we were gonna travel. And we made a promise, or I made a promise to her that we were gonna go somewhere, 4 places, no
Mm.
matter if it's inside the United States or outside the United States, but we were going to travel. So we were living out of suitcases. We were traveling.
Oh
And so
wow.
yeah, I took her to Jamaica. Hi,
Oh.
Miss Georgia Peach Hut. So yeah, we went to
Hello.
How
Jamaica.
you doing? Hello, everybody.
Hey, what slow
Hey, Georgia
down?
Pizza.
Hey, darling. Hey, darling.
How
What
How
are
slow?
you doing,
you?
GB?
I'm fine. I took a little nap.
Uh-oh, I did too. So what slowed the train down was the pandemic.
Mm.
And once that happened, I just pumped my brake because I didn't want to be in a metal tube with recycled air.
Mm.
Mm.
If y'all don't know, inside of a plane is recycled air.
Mm, we know.
Mm.
And
We
That's
know.
why folks get sick quick.
and
Always.
um, my first 7 years in the military, I worked for biological warfare. So that's why I say the
Lord,
plant.
they are greasy.
Mm.
I'm not going to get no deeper than that. I just say some of the stuff that we were told, you make a judge on that, don't make sense. I'll give you this. You remember a couple years ago when we had the Ebola outbreak and they moved that one lady from Texas to Atlanta, and they saved her, but they wouldn't save nobody else. And they were saying that it was going on overseas, and remember, it just went away. They didn't
Mm-hmm.
have no cure for it. It just went away. All the Africans did for it to go away? Practice good hygiene. They just wash their
Yeah,
hands.
that's trick.
That's all they did.
Mm.
So America saying, "Oh, we're gonna send you all this stuff. We're gonna send you this." Da, 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 da. No, good hygiene. Remember now, we had this thing happen in 2020. They locked the country down.
Robin.
Well, occasionally, me and my wife will go to the casino. And we go to the casino, and I'm looking at these people. You go to the bathroom, you are the ladies, I'm a man, I go to the bathroom. Don't y'all see people walk out, don't wash their hands?
Ugh.
It's not
And
you.
what do they go do? They go touch those slot machines, they go touch the cards, and then you got to be right behind them. So that's what I'm saying. A lot of things that are preventable by just simple hygiene. Simple hygiene. Remember when that whole thing happened, what were they pushing? Wash your hands, wash your hands, use sanitizer. Why? Because I'm gonna say it, a lot of people are fucking nasty.
Mm,
Facts.
my bad. Who is the brother on the panel? Sweet Thumb. That's D Move.
I
D
mean
Move, Sweet Thumb.
Well,
that's
we
that's
work with a lot of people. We grew up with a lot of people. We know that people are just don't have good hygiene. I
Right.
see it at work all the time.
and then
Yes.
They're
Yes.
freaking disgusting.
yeah, and just to prevent a lot of things is just good hygiene. It's just like with your garden. You got to practice good hygiene. If
Man.
you're using a pair of cutting scissors or a trowel, after each time you use it, just wash it. Just
Yeah.
just spray some hydrogen peroxide on it. Spray some alcohol on it. Just wash it off because you
Yeah,
could
they
take
say that.
bad stuff from one side of your garden to the next side by simply not washing your darn tools. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
Mm. Ah.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Hey Serena Renee.
You remember
Hi,
Mona?
We love
Serena,
Renee.
Renee.
You remember Mona? You asked me a question, and I tell you I keep stuff real simple. Really, really. I mean, that's just the bottom line. Just keep your stuff clean.
So now, are you getting ready for fall right now? On your, or do you grow on all of your full acre, or you grow on some parts of it?
I grow literally. Um,
And do you grow in the ground in containers, or what are you growing?
so
How?
I'm growing in containers on my deck right now, but I also have square foot boxes in my
Hello,
yard.
Renee.
So I have I have 6 boxes. 3 of them are rotting. I mean, these boxes, I built 4 boxes in 2015 that they told me it would only last for 5 years, and they're going on 9, 10 years now.
Nice.
Oh,
But
wow.
the wood is falling apart because I do not use treated wood. Treated wood, the chemicals bleed into the soil, so you have to
Yeah.
use untreated wood. So they're finally decomposing. I'm literally watching the wood fall apart. So I just built 3 new boxes. Now, when I build boxes and do stuff like that, I do the video. So other people might want to see how a box is built. So I do a videos on those.
Mhm.
So that's what I got. I got 6 boxes right now that I have stuff in. But pretty much I'm doing the container garden thing. Um, and as far as your first part of your question, what am I doing as far as a fall garden? I have
And
put
that's
in
for everybody. Is everybody prepping for fall?
Yeah, I've already done all my kales because all I'm doing for the fall garden is green leafy vegetables. That's it, or green leafy plants. So just kale, three different varieties of kale, and I'm also growing Jamaican callaloo, which is Jamaican green.
Mm.
So to answer your question that you asked earlier, yes, I do get stuff from Jamaica. So my mom goes every January. She goes twice a year. She goes in January and she goes in August. So you know, most Jamaicans go home in August time frame because that's independence. So she goes home. My dad goes home. So I get authentic. A lot of seeds that I plant are authentically from Jamaica.
Wow.
And I grow the West Indian pumpkin. I grow West Indian sweet potatoes. So a lot of the stuff that I grow is from the Caribbean. So what? So
Nice.
that kind of limits me. That's good, but it kind of limits me because you need to grow those in the summertime, warm weather, because that's what they're used to. They cannot
Okay.
deal with the Virginia weather.
Oh, right, right. Yeah.
Robin, I keep
Yes.
putting you on mute because you having feedback on when
Yeah,
you're
that's
not
what I
speaking.
background.
Okay, I'll
There's
put it back on.
feedback. Okay.
Okay.
When you talk, unmute so we can hear you. But when you're not talking, there you go. Thank you.
Okay. I was wondering. I saw mine. I kept hearing it.
Hey, GT.
Hi, GT. Oh, God's desires growing Jamaica callaloo.
Excuse me.
I was saying God's desire said she's growing Jamaica callaloo.
Oh, okay.
Hey, guys, Desire.
See, I can't see the chat the way you guys see it. I have to keep turning my head to look at this my laptop so I can see the chat. So that's why I'm turning. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I have my computer set up in front of my phone.
Yes, they are.
All right, let me do that. Let me switch my space here.
Is anybody
Hey,
else
nephew.
prepared for fall? Mona,
I'm
you
I
said
have.
you
ready.
planted some seeds.
I went and bought the Pro Mix, and I dumped out a lot of my containers today. And I found me a shampoo ginger growing.
Mm, okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna start. I had one bed I did. I had a lot of seeds that dropped in my cover when I was doing my indoor planting. So I just dumped the whole cover like in the bed. So it's a mixture of whatever grow. I have no idea what the seeds were.
So this is what I was talking about as far as a community. Miss Georgia Peach Hut, she I saw a video that she did where she was showing like her indoor gardening, her setup, and I was like, she did something, and I was like, man, I like that. But she wasn't saying how she set it up, and then I went back through all her catalog of her videos, and I saw a video where she was explaining how she set something up. And I was like, okay, I got it, but I'm gonna modify it. And what it was, I was trying to set up my ingrown lights. And so I got some gallon bottles, water bottles, and I filled it up with play sand, and I stuck some broom handles. I went to the Dollar Tree and I brought some broom handles, and I set them up. I'm gonna go grab it because I'm looking right at it. I'm gonna show you. And I see her nodding. She knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Did you get to
Yes, a lot of
sell
crocheters here.
at Duval? Did you get to sell at where did I send you to Walmart for $7 on the Pro Mix?
No, I haven't went back yet.
Okay.
So this is the thing. So I fill it up with play sand, and then I put the sticks in there, and it has the lights on it. So you can aim
Yes,
the light wherever you can aim the light wherever you want it. And
Right.
thank you, ma'am. I stole your idea. Thank you so much. It works
No,
great.
that's my light that I'm looking at right now. I use it when I come in here to get on the video, and actually, I'm using that light with the shop light right now too, and it just stays here to turn the light on to have light where I am, and you don't have to worry about it year from year, except for to change the light bulb.
Yeah,
So
and that's it. I just went and bought a grow light. That's all I did.
okay, see, and it works, and I have
It
about one,
works.
two, three, four setups just like that, and it's cheap.
It
Hey,
very
controversial cruising. How you doing?
it's literally under $5. I mean, with the
Yes,
inflation in the economy right now, I don't know how much, but when I set mine up, I mean, I did all of mine for $20, and I got five of them.
see, and yes, it
And
works.
the beauty of it is I can directly put it over the plant when it's a baby,
Right,
and as it goes up, I mean, I can lower it, the light, and I can raise the light. So if
exactly,
the plant is growing, I'm raising the light up, and it's a direct sunlight right on the plant.
exactly.
Because I grow indoor greens. So I grow my kale indoor, I grow callaloo indoor, I grow peppers indoor, and all from her setup. And that's
Mhm.
what I'm saying. You're a part of a community. If you see something that somebody does that works, give it a try. And
Yeah,
that's what I did. It
that's
worked.
what we are here for, to help each other out. And it should be no secret what we do, because we
Right.
want everyone to be successful.
Each
So
one teach one.
exactly. I love sharing. You know, Duval, yours was 13.98. Okay. Anytime you want to say, hey, I have a video saying $7, show them the video. A lot of times they don't mark them down because they're lazy or the people are not doing the job. And
Yeah,
there's a
because
possibility.
it wasn't
Well,
marked, but I showed them what you said. I went online and it was 13.48 online, so I had to go
yes,
to customer service,
right.
and it was marked down, but they just hadn't marked it. And I didn't
See,
even check
almost,
the cotton. Huh?
we need to just get in the habit of just stop selling for. That's what the people who came before us did. They didn't sell it for, and they questioned. And just go if you know you see something, somebody come to you and say, "Hey, is this price and it's not changed in your area?" It doesn't hurt to ask the question,
Yeah.
you
Right.
know,
Mine
and
either,
just
guys.
show
Desire
them,
for you.
just show them, hey, right here it's the same store. Why is it different in my area, and it's cheaper for these people in their area? Just ask them that question. You get a good response.
Hmm.
Right.
So I always ask the question: if we're showing you a price change on a product that's lower, and yours isn't changing, yours is a lot of reasons why they don't change it. They want to make the money. The employees are lazy, they just don't make the adjustment or whatever. But just go to them saying, look, here it is right here on the web, or somebody showing it on a video. Why is it different here? And you'll get a positive
Yes.
response.
I thought that was the sale 13.98.
Actually, just sell $7. They just haven't marked it down anymore.
What are
Yeah,
we
I
talking about?
showed on the pro mix, the
Oh,
compressed pro mix. I showed on my
Right.
video, was it yesterday or Saturday?
Yeah.
$7. Now my store had the sign up there, and I didn't pay any attention. When I got to the register, it was ringing up $7, and I was like, "What?" So I went back again and got another one. So I bought a total of four.
Right.
Because I was prepared to pay the $14,
Right.
but they're
yeah.
not advertising online for $7. But when you go in the store, always ask questions.
GT has a good point. Sometimes some of those sales are regional too.
Yeah, and it could be, but find out for sure. Make
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, I
He
bought
said
a
she passed and he wouldn't
electric,
budge.
what is it, a battery operated lawnmower, and I ended up getting it $200 cheaper because when I went online to look at the price, like you said, that they had was wrong. They just
Mhm.
hadn't updated their prices. So
Right.
the young lady at the counter was going, "Oh, well, that's the price." I'm like, "Okay, I appreciate your help. Can I talk to your manager?" I became a mini
Exactly.
Karen for a minute. I'm like, "Can I talk to the manager?" The manager
Exactly.
came out. She looked. She's like, "Oh, you're right. We just haven't adjusted the price." I was like, "That's
Right.
no problem. Just give me for what it is."
Hmm.
And also,
Also, they match prices. They match
yeah,
prices.
yeah.
They're
So
supposed to match them.
supposed to. I said,
Right.
give me with the $200 off, plus give me my military. I want
Hey,
it all.
Ruthie, this and that.
Yeah, yeah. But see, you actually went in and you did what you were supposed to do. You did not sell
Well,
them
I'm gonna
for.
go tomorrow and check it.
And I see what Shantae says that they would not give her a rain check. That's a shame. I would probably still be in the store right now arguing with them about that.
I know
Uh,
that's
I'm just like that. That's
I'm that one too.
that's just the era I come from. I would still be sitting in the store. They have to pick me up and carry me out because why? Why not? Why not?
I know
You
that's
know.
right.
So
Because you
there's
know what? A lot of us have lost the art of confrontation.
oh
Confrontation
yeah.
doesn't mean arguing. Confrontation just means proving a point. And
Right.
when I retired from the military, this guy offered me a job. It was I forgot what it was. I was gonna become VP or something, but it was literally they wanted me to teach them how to confront people. They had been so nice. They wanted me to come in and teach them how to be an asshole.
Oh, okay.
They did
Okay.
not know
I'm
how
gonna
to.
say because confrontation has a negative connotation to it.
Right. But they did not know how to confront their employees on issues. They didn't know how to talk to people. So you're having a business and you're literally afraid to talk to your employees. That's just crazy to me.
Uh-huh.
But you know what? You know what helped them? When that thing that we just had in 2020, they got rid of all the people that they could get rid of while they had a chance to
Uh-huh.
get rid
Of course they
Uh-huh.
did.
of. Hmm.
Hey, Albert.
Hey, Albert. Yes, well, you know what?
Hello, Albert.
This is really important, people. We teach people how to treat us. Remember that.
Correct.
We
Right.
treat people. They have become complacent in these days and times because we don't protest. We do not be aggressive about what's right and what's wrong. And you're training them and teaching them to do whatever they want to us. And what you're doing is turning back the hands of time. So stop turning back the hands of time. Go out, ask the questions, be confrontational with, of course, with respect. But when you ask questions, things stop happening in the wrong direction and start rolling in the right direction. But you're teaching them how to treat you. And so you
Yep.
get what you ask for.
Right.
Stop teaching them that. So I'm just saying, be aggressive about when you go out and buy. If you know the prices is different in somewhere, some other area. That's how I got those 10 plus, trees, fruit trees. I saw the Bull's garden, and what he said he got in another state, another city, but same state. And I was like, well, wait a minute. And they tried to tell me it was left up to the manager. I said, well, bring the manager on here. Well, I was talking to the manager. Two ladies, they were the manager. I said, well, bring me the owner. And they stood there and looked at me. They said, how many do you want? Mona, no. Mama, no. And then I went back that same next day. I said, I want all the ones you got. I told her, I said, I'm going to get all of them for $5. She said, yes, ma'am. And I bought
Wow.
10 more and gave
Wow.
all the way except for two.
They
Shantae,
never mark. They never mark our stuff down like that.
See, yeah,
Shantae G is a great point. You have an option. You don't have to spend your money there. Walk away.
precisely.
Right.
Precisely. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a couple things that I used to always teach my kids. I said there's a couple of simple words that you can say to people. Yes, no, and walk away. That's it. Those are your three options. Yes, no, walk away.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. End the story.
End
Put a
the story.
period right there.
I
That's
do
all.
not,
I
I
would
do not
think
have to explain a no to you. If I tell you no, it means no. Why do I have to justify what a no is? That takes me back to what I was talking about, the guy with the cutting. Now I've seen Miss Peaches, I sent you cuttings, right?
Yes, you have. Uh-huh.
I carry.
And that was
Good
because
night,
we all had
Carrie.
a conversation, and you said, okay, do you have this? And if I had it, I said, yeah, I have it. I'll send it to you, right? But if
Right.
I don't have it and I tell you no, I'm not gonna go create it. And so that's what happened with that gentleman. And he wanted that fit cutting. Now, had he just waited till the season was out and I was cutting the tree down, then I would have had cuttings. But no, he
Right.
wanted what he wanted right then, and
Right
I was
then
like,
and
okay,
there.
that ain't gonna happen then. So
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
Well, when your plants are producing, and this is what people don't get, and they don't do their
Hello,
research. When
GT
you want
Junior.
something, you're not gonna harm your plant or your produce to give it to somebody else. You're gonna
Exactly.
wait to the end. Like I'm waiting till my item stop producing so that I can send cuttings out. But as long as they have
Right.
fruit on there, I'm not gonna hurt myself. I'll send it to you when the fruit is over, fruiting is over, and it's ready for me to go on ahead and cut because I'm gonna cut it down anyway.
That's what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
But don't. I'm not charging anybody for it, so don't be in no big hurry. I'm not even asking for shipping, even though the postage has gone up. You know, but I'm just gonna send it out of the goodness of my heart. But I got to send it when I can send it.
Exactly.
Right.
It's fruiting time right now. You guys know it's fruiting time. We got to get what we can get and make sure our plants are still healthy. We don't want to chop, chop, chop. You know.
Right.
So
Yeah, I had
Right.
chopped on my Concord grape because the deer decimated it. So I literally just cut the whole thing all the way back. And
mhm.
I was shocked. I went at it today. It's already coming back. I'm like,
See,
why is it coming back? It's not gonna fruit. It's not gonna have time to do another fruiting.
yeah, but it's still growing season. It's not too cold. If it was cold, it would not be coming back. But the plant is doing what it knows what to do.
Yep.
What grow? It's warm. Is the season is proper for it, so it's going to continue to grow. You know.
Right.
And
So
right now in 7B, Virginia, we living in swamp season. I mean, this thing we today was the only day it didn't rain, so we're getting ready to get back to it tomorrow and for the rest of the week.
Thank you, Jessica.
And my grass is just out of control. I
yeah,
mean, I went out there
Yeah.
all the way past my ankles and to my calf, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
yeah.
Yeah.
It's we. Y'all must have sent some rain here because it's been a rainy day in Georgia down in here, honey. Ooh, I mean, for the past several days it's been raining. It's gonna rain
Sweet
all day
love.
tomorrow, and so you cut your grass, you go back outside. 2 days later, it's back high again.
Yeah,
That's
You
right.
know.
That's right.
It's hard to stay up, but the
Ain't
plants love
wrong
it.
with us saying,
Look, listen, you guys, I did the video. I don't know if you saw it on the deck. Potted
Hey,
up
girl, Hudson.
some fig trees, the ones you get in the box from Tractor Supply and maybe Home Depot. Little stick. I looked at that fig tree yesterday, and it's already producing figs.
Wow.
That
oh,
was like 3 months ago or 2.5 months ago. Already producing figs. When I put it in there, it didn't look like nothing. And I said, well, I probably won't get any figs from it. And it started flourishing, getting all the leaves and everything. And I went out there today, and it's full of figs, little baby figs. You know.
oh wow.
So I mean, and then the rain. They love the rain. The rain does something for your plant.
Mm-hmm.
It
It
feeds
do.
it so
It
well.
do.
The color in the plant, the green in the plant. You just have to observe things like that. So you have
Right.
to be positive about what you're doing. And I know the rain wreaks havoc on all of us, but we growing some food, so I'm not mad at it. I'm not, and I will
Right.
be doing
That's
a video update video on the two fig trees that I planted on video to show you guys how it went from a stick. I just get amazed at how what God does. You
Mm-hmm.
know, take a seed and you got a tomato plant that look like a tree full of fruit from one little seed, and that tree has millions of seeds within itself. On all you combine all the pieces of tomatoes that's on there. Learn to just look at nature and appreciate what is going on.
Right.
Miraculous. It's a miracle. Every time you plant something, it's a miracle. And you grow something out of that little bitty seed was packaged with all that stuff that comes up out of there. But we just take stuff for granted. We do.
right.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really look at
Oh,
the
Southern girl.
we don't look at the miracle that's performed that we are actually doing. He's working through us. So we performing these miracles with him, with our hands and with our care, you know. So
She
hello
got a
everybody.
question for
Hello.
you,
Who's that?
Southern girl, right there on the computer, on the screen.
How do you
Uh,
get your okra to grow? Is one thing I wanted, but didn't get much of them. Sorry, I'm off your subject. How do you get your okra to grow? Oh
Yeah.
wow, okra's been very easy for me. But you guys see me put in my stuff and fire in the hole. I just use bone meal, blood meal, and herb, tomato herb, and drop it in the hole, stir it up, and drop their okra plant in there. I think I did. No, I didn't do the video. I planted some okra yesterday. I planted a seedling, but you can just drop the seed in the ground still now. Okra just grows fast. Now, if you didn't get much from it, you may need to have added some phosphorus and potassium
Yeah,
because,
mine is pretty, but I only have like maybe four. I have the burgundy okra.
yeah,
Yes, it is.
you got once it comes up and it looks like it wants to start flowering, you've got to give it more phosphorus and potassium.
yeah.
That's amazing.
Whoa.
Okay.
Hmm. Try
Okay.
that and see what happens.
Yeah, because I have
Hey,
one
Jane
one
Doe.
already on, and I have three flowering.
Yeah, and do it on like once every. And this is just what I do. I'm not telling anyone what to do, but do it like once every 7 to 10 days.
Hmm.
Um, Feed it and watch it start flowering.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You can cut back on the nitrogen because once it's up, it doesn't need a whole lot of nitrogen, but it does need the phosphorus and potassium.
Yep. And
And
that's
what
what I do.
fertilizer
Plant on
do
a
you
2 week.
recommend?
I use so much stuff. I of course use the Alaskan fish, not fish, but of course a fish emulsion, but the
511.
Alaskan bloom booster. I think that's what it's
Bloom
called. I
booster.
can't think of the
Yeah.
name of it. And
Yeah,
I use
more bloom.
yeah, more bloom. Yeah, I use that. Anything like a more bloom, anything that's high in potassium. The other one I can't name right now because it's off. Oh, golden bloom. I think it's golden bloom by Dr. Earth, but you have to order that online. But that stuff right there, that
I
golden
have
bloom,
Dr. Earth.
You said
I
that's a
come
don't know
over
must.
what
here to
happened to
light
my blue
button.
bloom.
Huh?
Huh?
I ordered
GT
that
said come
offline. I'm
over and
looking
hit
it
the
up right
like
now.
button.
Let me
Where
see
you at,
it.
GT?
Yeah,
Say I had to.
I got my crops on a 2 week fertilizing schedule. Now, in my actual garden box, I don't fertilize as much. I let them the roots go
Just
directly into the soil.
what I
But in the containers, every 2 weeks, I'm giving it a liquid fertilizer, and I'm also giving it a granular fertilizer. I used to make my own fertilizer with banana
Hey,
peel and dandelion root and just different roots, and let it sit in rainwater and marinate for a week. Pour it off because that's concentrated. You can't just use that as is. You got to dilute it. So I would do maybe a gallon in 5 gallons of water, and that's what I would do in my container. That works great.
okay then. My question is, do
Golden
you
blue.
drop
Hmm.
it? Do you direct sow, or do you put it in that in the paper towel method? How do you get it to germinate? How do you get it to get started?
I do
So it,
both.
uh,
So it depends on what I'm doing. Like some of my squashes, I do a combination of both. Some I do in the paper towel, but when I'm doing the paper towel, I actually pop the seed, peel the seed completely off, and leave the green part in, and I put it on the paper towel. Quick germination there, maybe 2 days, and then I
Some people
direct.
don't know about that extra skin on there.
Yeah, the skin on every seed is the outer layer protection. That's why when you see your plants come up, if you ever notice, the seed is always on the top leaf, which is not the true leaf. Those first two leaves are the fake leaf. So that's the actual protective casing. So I just peel that off. I just wait to. You have to do it. Well, for me, I do it when the seed is completely dry, and then I just pop it apart very, very carefully. Direct seed stuff like okra, I direct seed those. Um, and my zucchinis, direct seed those. Some of the stuff that are quick to give you a fruit, cucumbers, direct seed. But the main things that start from scratch is like peppers, hot peppers, bell peppers. For some reason, direct planting those, the bugs like them as seedlings, and the birds like them as seedlings. They
yep.
will go in and rip the leaves off.
Hello. Yep. Hmm.
So certain things you gotta figure out which ones in your area that the birds are gonna mess with or the critters are gonna mess with. That's what I would tell anybody. Look around your area, find out, and just annotate it, and then go from
Hello,
there.
Auntie Ellen.
What I do a lot of times, if I direct seed, sow my seed in, which I very seldom do, I take the row cover and put it over the bag once I've done the direct sowing. So until it gets up to some size, and then I take the row cover off, and that gives it protection from the elements and from the birds and other critters. And that's what works for me. A lot of times, also, if you direct sow your seeds in the ground or in a grow bag or whatever, you have to look at the soil. Um, they don't like too much fertilizer, what have you, when they're first trying to grow. And sometimes that'll kill off your seeds and or just damage them or harm them. So if you're putting things even in the ground, if you've been fertilizing right there in that area, it'll cause your seeds either to not grow or to grow slow. Um, you can
Oh,
take some peat moss and put it on top of that ground or on top of the grow bag or whatever you're growing it in. Layer that about maybe an inch or two thick first, and that'll give the seed a chance to just grow in something sterile. And then as the roots go down and hit the soil that may have some fertilizer in it, that's fine. That'll work out better. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Like put a top layer of peat moss or seed starting mix or whatever,
right.
maybe an inch thick, and then put your seed in there. That you want to get it a chance, give them a chance to get started. Then the roots will go down and hit the soil that has nutrition in it. All the nutrition that the seed needs is within that seed to grow, to start off. Then it'll hit something that'll help push it on up further. So, but that's just the way I do it. That's what I do.
Okay. Hmm.
Thanks everybody for going over to my channel. Those of you who visited with me, I appreciate it. But the name of the fertilizer is called Dr. Earth's um, Golden Bloom. It's pretty biotic inside of it, and it promotes buds and blooms. And this stuff, and I don't know if you can capture it, but this stuff really works. It's kind of I have a
What is
glass.
that?
It's Dr. Earth's
Hold
Golden
on.
Bloom.
I have the Dr. Earth, but I don't have that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I ain't seen nothing like that. Okay.
And this stuff right here is the bomb.com. Okay.
Yeah, I can see it better now.
Yeah.
Golden bloom.
Yeah. It really works. And that's what you want if you're not, or if your plants are not producing enough flowers or fruit for you, something like this, or the other one that we talked about. We'll put some blossoms on there quick.
What's the numbers on that?
The numbers on here is
Two something.
272.
Yeah.
Oh
272.
wow.
Mm-hmm.
So it has more phosphorus than anything else.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
Now
I
high,
you
mean,
what do
high
you use
phosphorus
it?
fertilizer. Huh?
What do you use it on?
I put it in some. I do 5 gallon buckets to make my fertilizer, and I put this
Mhm.
in there. And I have some
Oh,
other stuff in
okay.
there too, but I put this in there. And I put Super Thrive in there. That bucket, I make enough for 5 gallons,
I
so I
know.
can do a lot of plants because I have a lot of plants. So I use
Sorry
this and
about
Super
that, sweet
Thrive,
thumb.
and I use Fish Emotion, and I'll still drop the more bloom in there too, but I don't do a whole lot. It's a mixture of different things that I put in there, and my plants go crazy. I don't know if you saw the video with my bell peppers and stuff, how big they were. They're producing like mad. All of my stuff is producing like mad.
Hmm.
Hmm.
What Growing Hudson said she didn't realize it was two varieties of zucchini. It's
Yeah,
more than
that's
two
It's a
varieties,
lot
ain't
of
it?
varieties. Yeah.
oh
yeah,
yeah, there's a bunch.
yeah.
There's a baseball type of the zucchini. I have never seen the seed, but you can order them. I'm like, yeah, there's a bunch of different stuff out there.
Hmm.
Yep. Lots of stuff. Lots of different varieties on just one plant, one kind of species.
Right.
But you know what I've figured out after actively gardening for the last 10 years now. I'm gonna go back to what I've been saying. I just keep it relatively simple. What do I do that works? And
Right.
all I do every year, I just replicate it. Because my first years of gardening, I was doing every little thing. I was trying every little thing. And I realized gardening is not cheap. You can get real expensive going down rabbit holes trying a bunch of stuff that you're not going to eat and it's probably not going to go to fruit in your area. It's kind of like me. I have three different varieties of peach trees. I have not gotten a peach from them, right? So I'm on the
Oh
5 year
wow.
plan. There's two of them peach trees that I've already dug up and threw away. I got
Mm,
one man still standing, and the only reason is it's bigger, and I'm giving it till next year. If it don't do nothing after next year, it is coming down. And
mm.
I'm going to use that spot to plant something else that will grow. Probably a fig or persimmon.
How long
Something
you done
that I
had
know will
the
do.
the peach tree?
The two that I dug up this year, five
Yeah.
years. That is 5 year plan. 5 years,
Wow.
nothing.
Oh, you say 5 year plan. Okay.
5 year plan.
Okay.
Because I mean, Miss Georgia did try to give me some tips on stuff to do, but it just wouldn't work. I mean, the Japanese beetles were just whooping me. They were whooping me,
Mm,
Oh
and
mm.
wow.
it would just never. I wouldn't get even if I could get some blossoms because the peach blossoms be looking pretty. I wouldn't get nothing. I was just getting eaten out of house and home. I was spending money and not getting no bang for my buck, and I just got tired because
Yeah.
I believe in effort gives something. If I'm putting all this energy into taking care of you, because I look at my garden as my children, my babies. I'm gonna give you water. I'm gonna give you love. I'm gonna give you
Right.
some motion. I'm gonna take care of you. All you gotta do is give me a little something. Give me some fruit. Give me some vegetables. But if you just laying
Right.
around here, you're gonna play some Xbox and you just gonna eat up my food. Nah, we gotta dig you up and send you somewhere else. You can't. Nah, you can't lay
Yeah.
up around.
Yeah.
So I literally dug them up, and I got two empty spaces. And what I did was I was mimicking one of my neighbors down the street. What I saw him do made a so much darn sense. He said, "We spend so much time planting grass. If you
Yep.
look at most people in America, they will tell you how beautiful their garden is. They love planting grass, but they are
Yep.
not planting food."
Yep.
So he literally started an orchard in his front yard, but he made it look aesthetic. Because, we don't have an HOA where I live. So he
Mm,
did it just in case somebody would come up and be like, well, you're making the neighborhood look bad. But the way
mm-hmm.
he planted it, all his fruit trees, and then at the base of all his fruit trees, he put flowers. He put either marigold or something. He made it look attractive. And what he has seven persimmon trees. Now I went down there. You got seven persimmon trees, all these persimmon. I'm like, hey, I'm thinking he gonna give me a cutting. Man, he told me where I can go buy one.
Ah, ah, ah.
But yeah, so he gave me that tip, and then I saw what's his name, Grow Family Network. He did the same thing. He started growing in his front yard, and I was like, okay. So what I did was when I bought my peach trees, which I had a Georgia Belle and a Quebec something. I had three different varieties. I can't remember them off the top of my head. And I planted all three because all three were self-pollinated. They didn't need others to do. But I said, okay, let me get three different ones. And I put them all in a row where they would get maximum sunlight in the front yard. And they all grew, but they weren't producing. And I finally got mad and I just dug them up. Now, one of the tips that Miss Georgia you gave me, which I realized I messed up, and I remember I asked you, and you said, where is the connection where you got the root base and the connection, and
Yes.
mine was below the soil, and I started seeing
Oh,
growth. I'm like, well, where's this growth coming from?
yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was a problem too. So I had problems. So I had
Yeah.
to dig them up, and then I replanted it. I cut off all the growth, and I did that 2 years ago, and it started coming up, but still, I was like, I
It
tried.
probably had already started getting messed up because you had it buried below the grass. Yeah.
Exactly, that's what I was trying to say. The
Yeah.
grass, yeah.
Yeah.
So I just went ahead and pulled them up, got rid of them, but I still got one last man standing, and or like you ladies like to say, last lady standing. So we'll see how that works. Just give me one peach. I hear people complaining that they can't get peach because the squirrels are getting them and da da da. I don't even have that problem where I have squirrels getting anything.
Nobody was getting nothing. Nobody was getting nothing. Yeah, but you buried it because below the grass. It was down that long. Yeah, that was why. Because these trees are pretty on point. They're pretty, pretty sure things. So I wouldn't give up on them. You know.
Yeah, got one person to prove it, so we'll see.
Yeah, yeah. So and you said you put them in the ground, so you do have some of your fruit trees in the ground.
They're all in the ground. They were all in the ground. Two gone, one left.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I
I
thought you were in grow
direct.
bags.
Yeah, I've seen yours on your video that they're in the grow bag.
Yep. And
Well,
you
the grow bags were hit and miss for me. I did watermelon in grow bags.
hmm
It it didn't work for me.
I've heard people say that, and I have mine in grow bags, and they're producing out there. But I've been giving them some stuff,
I
you
think
know.
it's because you use large grow bags.
Yeah, I use a
Okay,
30 gallon. Yeah, you
but
got
you
you
know
got
what
to have
works
some
for me?
space.
The 5 gallon buckets work for me. I mean, everything that I've tried growing have worked out the 5 gallon buckets. But the
Yeah,
grow bags, hit or miss.
yeah.
I
I
ain't growing
very
what I
seldom
eat.
get 5 gallon bucket, but I'm in like
Oh,
at
girl, what
least
I
a 40
eat.
to 50, 30 to 40, 50 grow bag. Sometimes I do 25, depending on what I'm growing. And then in the 30 gallon, you can fit three things in there. But with my pepper, it depends on how the plant grows. My pepper plants, I put five or
Hey
six in them.
Tracy.
You put
You know,
In the
five pepper plants
in
in
the grow
one
bag,
30-gallon grow
I
bag.
thought-
huh?
You
You
said
said
five
5 plants in
plants
one
in
grow bag?
Yeah, I
30,
have in the
30
30
gallon.
gallon. I do 5 pepper plants in 1 gallon in a 30-gallon grow bag. There's 5 of them in there.
I'm getting
But because
feedback
of how
again.
they grow straight up. They don't
Yeah.
grow. You know.
Right.
So what I
Yeah, I'm
found,
hearing feedback.
I think
so
the
what
larger grow bags, I think you have more control over the moisture with the
Yeah,
larger grow bags. So the
yeah,
smaller
you
grow
don't have
bags,
to
it's hard
water
to
as
control
much,
the
yeah.
moisture.
right, right.
But what I found was I was doing the 5 gallon buckets and I was riding around my area and I went to a grow shop. You know, they specialize in growing herbs, the herbs that you. So I
Oh,
go up in there and I'm like, I'm looking for some grow buckets. Oh yeah, we got all different sizes. And what are you planning on doing? I said I'm doing some indoor gardening. This guy was just locked in, young
All
guy
right, GT. Good night.
into the herbs, and I'm
Hi.
talking. I'm using it for vegetable. He's like, oh, okay. So I ended up buying a couple 7 gallon buckets and some 10 gallon buckets. It was relatively cheap. Actually, it was comparable to what I was paying for 5 gallon buckets at Walmart. So I'm like, okay, sure.
oh, okay, okay.
Hmm.
So you have a
There's
couple
a
of questions in
question
the
in the
chat. I
chat.
see. Well, Shante G questions: do you have to have peach trees that are compatible to pollinate each other? And the question to that is no. Peach trees are self-pollinating. So, like I said, it's one of the easiest things to grow because they are self-pollinating. They work perfectly by themselves. And it
Yep.
seems like I saw, bye GT. Thank you so much for being here. It seems like I saw another question in the chat
See you, GT.
somewhere.
I like how she put the word question. That would let you know that there's a question.
See you, GT.
Yeah, it seems like I saw something.
Hi.
I don't, you know.
I think I was in Tractor Supply the other day and they had their 5 gallon buckets for, I think they were, I don't know, 2 for $8.
How much?
You,
2 for $8.
2 for 8?
That's good.
that's
Oh,
expensive. Okay.
no, two
I
for
I
don't
eight
got
is
know.
A five
$4.
gallon bucket?
That's cheaper than Home Depot and Lowe's.
Yeah, it's cheaper than
yeah,
Home
it is.
Depot and
Yeah.
Lowe's.
But
I think
I got a couple
I think
free
Fireside
5
had
gallon buckets from Harbor Freight.
You got free? Did you say free?
Hmm. Yeah, all I just go in there and go buy a blade for 29 cents, and as long as you buy anything, they give you a free bucket.
Don't have me
oh,
going to Harbor Freight tomorrow.
are
I
you
don't know.
serious?
Listen, I don't know if that
I
promo
need a
is still on.
I need a new
I don't know.
blade.
So what I do is, if I see promos, because they send me all the coupons, if I see promos like that, I'll put it on my community tab.
Did you put it on your community tab?
Not this one, not the last one, but from now on, when I see them, I will put them on my community tab.
You're welcome, Shante. Okay, you gotta help us out now when we see stuff because that's when I'm out. I'm always posting stuff. If I can do a
I'm
live, I
always
will.
looking for
But yeah,
containers.
if we see a deal, Harbor Freight. Shante says she loves Harbor Freight. I'm gonna be loving them
Listen,
today.
that's how
Okay.
I got my. That's how I got my tarps, because that's how I mix my soil on tarps.
Yeah.
I saw Harbor Freight was. Excuse me, Freight. Harbor Freight was like, as long as you spend $1, you can get a free tarp. I mean, it's not like
Hold
heavy
on. Wait a
duty.
minute. Wait a minute. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Wait a minute. See, you saying too much stuff right now. You just sliding this stuff. You know, if I could reach to this phone and grab your neck, your wife would be just bursting this. You
Hey
saying all this for free
Tracy.
stuff. So what's wrong
Hi,
with
I
you?
got you.
Tracy.
What's wrong with you?
Okay,
I
Y'all,
got
y'all
you.
hear him? Y'all hear this
I
okay.
got
man?
you.
We need to institute free
We
Fridays
need to
right
hear this
now.
information again.
We
Repeat.
need
What did
free
you just say?
Fridays right now. We need
So
a
so
free Friday
so
video on all
I
free
have been
stuff.
scolded. I have been told my marching orders. I got it. Hey, I'm trainable. I acknowledge all, and I will act accordingly.
I paid
So,
for
so wait a minute,
my
Felicia.
tarp.
First of all, I can't hear you, Felicia.
I'm sorry.
You're in Alabama talking to Georgia, so come on, I need to hear you. But listen, D. Let me make sure, y'all. I'm sorry, I got to pause. You said you go to Harbor Freight, run this down, and buy what for how much money and get what for free?
So
Yeah.
Harbor Freight, whenever they got little whatever they got going on, like the last thing that I did was the gallon buckets. As long as you buy a product, so what they do is right at the counter, they sell these little blades. It's only 29 cents. I go in there, I pay 29 cents, and I get my free bucket.
Okay,
Right.
You just
bucket number
you just
one.
got to buy
29.
8 items.
So now you said something about a tarp,
A tarp.
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 Yes.
Yep.
So you go
Same
this
thing.
some
As long
any
as
kind
you
of money.
buy 8 items, you can get a free tarp.
Lord Jesus, what we gonna do with this man?
He been keeping all the secrets.
What, Mama? What,
You
Mama? Where
don't
you
get
get it from?
you don't get the
Listen,
flyers.
I,
They usually
I
send out flyers
they don't send the
that you
flyers out
can
no
shop
more because
in.
they're saving money. They send out the electric flyers.
I'm
Right.
getting ready to add the app
But
to my
that's if
phone right
you're on
now.
the mailing list.
I'm through.
And all you got to do to go on the mailing list is go in there. Once you buy something, they'll get your information and they automatically put you on the mailing list.
I am
Right.
so through with you.
I got you. Whenever I see anything, I will put it in the community, or even I'll just send you a direct message because me and you be talking behind the scenes. So I
Yeah,
got you.
now you got me. After I can't, I'll miss out on the tarp.
Ah, no, you know what? The one thing I could say about Harbor Freight, they always redo everything that they do. They always.
Oh man, and I was thinking about tarps the other day because I wanted to do some soil mix, and I said,
We
you know, I
done.
just need to put it on a
Ooh,
tarp.
wow.
But I didn't want to use my tarp, so okay.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna be watching
we
you.
got Miss Felicia on the panel. We got Duval on the panel. We have Miss Peach Nutter on the panel. We have the Glamour Planner on the panel, and we got D Mood
The
on the
moon.
panel.
How you doing, Tracy?
Did you
So
you see Sweet Thumb's comment, Mona?
The buckets.
For
She in
Wally
there.
talking about Wally this one.
Right. Then the comment after that.
No, I haven't got that far yet. I'm
Oh, okay.
still. I just.
you all the way up in the
Yeah. I'm working my. That was next, right?
Right.
Uh,
The buckets is 3, but I get 6 planter pots
6 inch
for
planter pots.
25 cents. I'm still waiting until they bring in the Christmas stuff. What?
Where is that?
Yeah. Well,
Wally?
they
Yeah,
have a good sale on their planner
yeah,
pot this week. A
yeah. I
clearance.
posted that on my video that they the pots and everything are marked down. You just have to go in there and look and see what you
Wow.
want.
I was just
Hey
in there.
PIA, how you doing?
They don't
Glad
like
to see you.
to see us.
Thanks for
Right. I
joining the
was just
channel.
in there too. I ain't see that.
They don't like me. That's okay. They ain't
Yeah, I
Well,
was
I got
in there Friday, I think it was.
you
No,
did.
whatever. No, that must have been Wednesday. And they had all the containers marked down. But I don't
Listen,
need any containers. I'm still trying to find out what to do with the ones I have.
Mm.
we listen. We he just told you. I just told you. You they don't a lot of times don't do the mark down like they're supposed to. When you go in there, now that you know, go and ask the question, and they'll
Right,
probably mark it down because they're too lazy to do what they're supposed to do. That or they don't have enough employees.
right.
Hey J3GS Farm, how you doing? Is this
I
a
go
senior
in the
citizens time?
word.
No, because you're not up here.
When I went to your channel, it had the last video I saw was last month or something like that. Sweet
On my
Thumb.
channel?
Sweet Thumb.
Oh, sweet thumb.
Hey J3.
Hello,
Is this
J3.
the senior citizen time? Yes, it is.
I told him no
Yes, it
because he's not
is.
up here.
No children allowed over here. Mm.
Yeah, but if you know something,
Good one,
somebody
Mona.
puts a
And
video
Michelle.
out or do a community post and you don't see it in your area, just go to them and say, hey, y'all, what y'all doing? Have you not gotten
She said
around
go
to
pull
marking
up.
it down? And they'll take care of it. Usually they'll take care of it. I say that. Yeah, but Deval, are you
Yes.
growing? Did you say you're growing fig trees?
Who?
Are you growing any fig trees? Fig.
Fig?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
I have about 5 different varieties.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. At least you're only one actually put on fruit.
Good night, Darcia.
She said there's still feedback.
Who's got feedback? Jessica SMC says she has a fig tree growing. Do you know what variety it is, Jessica?
I know I have the what's that? The Violet, de
The
Bruce.
Bordeaux, Violet de Bordeaux.
Yeah,
Bordeaux,
I
I'm
have
sorry,
that
Violet de
one. I
Bordeaux.
have the
Sometimes
Chicago
are
Hardy.
regional, and sometimes
Yeah.
depends
I
on
have
the store
the
manager.
yellow
That part,
pear
because
fig, I
I know
think it
they don't
is.
care nothing away over here.
You
It's
have the
still
yellow what
feedback.
now?
I think it's a yellow pear fig or something like that.
Yellow pear fig. I hadn't heard of that variety.
Yeah, it's yellow something.
Okay.
And I can't think of what else I got. I know the Chicago Hardy. Um, I can't think of the rest of them.
I guess my question to you also is: are you plucking in? Are you harvesting any figs now because of your region, your zone, your grow zone?
Well, I didn't get but one.
One fig.
Yeah, I've gotten three.
Oh,
So,
okay.
but my fig tree is loaded. They just haven't ripened up yet.
Now, which one is
Mine don't
that?
have
The
any on
black
them.
bears.
I have the brown turkey is the one that's loaded, and the Chicago Hardy. The Beers Black has not done anything yet. It's just sitting there
Okay.
Okay,
looking.
let me go see. You gonna go out there and see what kind of picture you got, Jessica?
Oh, she don't have to go out there and check if she doesn't know. It should be dark.
Oh,
So, does your Bears Black have any figs on it right now?
No,
Okay.
it's just growing. Every time I go look at it, it's constantly pushing out new branches. I mean, it's not like pushing out side branches from the actual plant that's already growing. It's pushing up new stuff from the ground. So it's still in the growth
Hey,
mode. It's
Garcia.
not delivering fruit.
Mm. And
And
how
the
what
long
funny
have
thing
kind
is,
of what kind of pig is that?
it's a beer black,
Oh,
and
bear black.
I got it in a container. I got one in a container and one in the ground, and they're both doing the same exact thing. They're both growing. They're just not fruiting.
I've never heard of that one.
I actually bought those at Lowe's.
Really?
Yeah, I've had it now. This is going on year three, and I still haven't gotten a fig from it yet.
Oh, wow.
But the only ones that I've gotten fig from so far that I've been able to eat is from the brown turkey and the Chicago. The Chicago Hardy is prolific, and the fig is delicious.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
You know, the brown turkeys are almost a sure fit when you plant those. They're good at producing figs. But I planted the brown turkey first, and then I planted the um the Chicago Hardy afterwards. And the Chicago Hardy is actually catching, has caught up with the brown turkey and is about to pass it.
Yeah,
And they're in 7 gallon grow bag. I mean, seven
yeah.
gallon buckets from
So
Lowe's.
somebody sent me a cutting of a Olympia fig,
Oh yeah.
and
Yes,
I got
that one also.
I have them directly in the ground,
Ooh,
and this is year one, so they're just now coming. So I haven't seen anything with it yet. They're still small though. So the person sent me three cuttings, and all three of them caught. So I put them. I had them in containers, the small containers, so they could root real well, and I put them in the ground. So they're doing okay. I'm hoping. I keep hearing good things about Olympia fig.
They're
And
good
I
tasting.
know the Val was saying earlier she has a yellow fig. I have a yellow one. It actually fruited. It looked like a pear and it was yellow.
these
But
comments on the guest.
my friend the
Somebody,
squirrel got a hold.
I don't know who channel that is, but can you take that off?
What is it?
It's not on my channel. It's on somebody else's channel.
On my
Yeah,
channel.
I don't know who channel that is, but it's on somebody else's channel. It's not mine.
So do I need to go to my channel and see if somebody's illegally on there?
Yeah. If you don't have no moderators over there, I need you to go over there and take that down.
Yeah,
Okay.
that always throws me off. Whenever I come on and you're on, Mona and Miss and Georgia Peach Hut is on and Felicia is on, I'm like, okay, which one do I comment on because I can't keep up with which. So I'm like, I just like, okay, I'm gonna sit on Miss Georgia tonight. Then the next time I go sit on yours because some depends on which one you're at. You can't see all the chats.
Well, only where you're gonna see all the chats is if you're up on the panel.
Oh, okay, I got it.
I
See,
deleted
that's
it.
why I keep clicking what's on here so that everybody can see what
Oh,
everybody's
okay.
saying. Because we got everybody's live. Everybody on here is live but you. That's because you didn't hit that button at the top.
What button?
It's a blue button. Oh, you on your phone, right?
Yep.
You'll have to go off and
Don't worry about it. I don't want to go live. No way.
Yeah, you have to
I
go
didn't
Yeah.
down.
think you would.
What happened?
You have to
What you
go
say?
to, I think it say more.
No, 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 no. I'm good.
Yeah. It's Jane Doe took care of it.
Okay, thank you.
So I don't have to worry about because I'm still trying to. Y'all
Jane Doe
took
took
care of
care
it.
of it.
Okay.
The message has been
I'm gonna
deleted
tell
and
you
the
what. Jane Doe,
person's been blocked.
Jane Doe be
I
on
was
it.
checking too.
Jane Doe's a good moderator. I don't know who that is. Does she have a? Does Jane Doe have a page?
Nope,
No,
she's a
she's
supporter.
a reporter.
Okay, she be on that moderating stuff. And
Yeah.
there's somebody on here that be always having jokes. Who is that? They always have some little quips.
That's Serena.
Serena.
That's Serena.
Serena, man, she got me the other day. I was talking about. She was asking me, well, like, what's the difference between a vegetable and a fruit? And I'm looking at the comment. I'm like, what the? I'm like, what the hell? And then she cleaned it up with a joke. I was like, oh, okay. She one of those. She a funny guy. All right.
What is the difference between a vegetable and a fruit?
Well, some things we call vegetables are actually fruit. Like a tomato is a fruit.
The fruit.
It's a fruit.
Hmm.
So it depends on who you're talking to. When you're saying certain things, they don't necessarily know what you're talking about.
Something
So,
like in the brassica family, that would be
a fruit
strictly
is a
vegetables.
botanical
Something like
term.
potatoes would be strictly vegetables.
Right.
Um,
A fruit is a botanical term, and a vegetable is a culinary term.
yeah.
Yeah. I'll co-sign that.
Yeah, I saw when somebody had jumped in on my page. Thank you, Jane, though, for getting them all. Y'all know I don't be knowing now. Then I'd be going out to
She
see the
said
movie
it's
and
okay.
Mona be fussing. Huh?
We're getting
She
some
said there's no
feedback from
tag in her
somebody.
picture.
Yeah, I hear it.
I
I think
think
it's you,
it's
Felicia.
um
Yeah.
um
Yeah.
okay.
Say something, D Move.
Yeah, I'm here. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
I
Love
had
you
to
too, Jessica.
I had to
Take
plug my
them.
charger and I saw my battery going low.
Oh.
Miss
I
Peach
live with my
Nut, they say
charger.
you don't have any mods.
Jane Doe is.
Oh,
Oh,
She's on
okay.
she's
okay.
over there.
I was trying to unmute you to see if it would if we were still having feedback, but it said I can't unmute you. You have to unmute you, Felicia.
She probably can she hear you?
I can hear you. I'm sorry, I was over on Miss Peach Nose channel.
Oh. Oh, I'm sorry.
I was
Thank
just
you.
checking things out over there. That's all.
Okay, dokie. Thank you. Yeah. Because I was on Mona's channel still trying to go over to my channel and I didn't know how to do it. So
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You
y'all
supposed to
have
be on
taught
your
me
channel.
everything about this in YouTube, University. There's so much to it. So I have to go back to class. Hey, Queens Crafts by Bridget. Thanks for coming. Somebody just rang your doorbell, Mona.
Somebody
Hey,
ring my
Bridget.
doorbell.
Yeah, that was Queen.
I ain't seen no doorbell ring.
They say
I
they
ain't
think
hear it.
it's
Queens just came to your house. Queens Craft. I was
Hold
just
on.
saying.
Shante,
Oh dear,
thank
I am. I
you.
was lost.
We're doing a lot of things. It's okay. It's okay.
How you
They
doing
think
tonight,
they say
Bridget?
they think it's Robin ceiling fan.
It's
Y'all know.
not
Y'all see, I'm
Robin.
behind.
It's not
Not
Robin.
Robin.
My
It's
Harvest
not Robin.
7.
Her ceiling fan wouldn't have anything to do with the feedback.
No, it's not the ceiling fan.
Uh-uh.
What is it?
That's coming from maybe somebody having on more than one piece of equipment or something's plugged into the computer or their phone.
Thank you for
As we
coming,
have them.
Shante.
Oh.
Hey, Lynette
I
Lawrence.
love all of you. I
She
love
says
you
she's
too,
enjoying the live.
Jessica.
So, D Moo, what did you already discuss
Thank
everything
you,
you're doing? I know
Jessica.
you're doing a whole bunch of stuff. We probably already don't ask you that question, but I'm gonna still ask again.
Okay.
Everything is in ground now that you say.
I have some things in ground, but the majority of stuff that I have in five
Oh.
gallon buckets.
Hey, Bridget.
You say 7 or 5.
I have some in 7 gallon buckets and some in
Oh,
five
okay.
gallon buckets.
And your
Oh.
7 gallon buckets you got from the big box store?
Yeah, I got from the grow store that's here, the weed store, I guess they call them.
See, I need to find something like that. I'd like to get one of those tubs that you feed animals out of, like
Mhm.
Pecan Grove or Deep South Homestead has. I want to get
Okay.
something like that.
Yeah, I just decided that listen, I'm just gonna grow in pots and the 5 gallon thing this year because I got off to a lazy start. I wouldn't say lazy. Let me clean that up. I got off to a slower start because of my weather. Last year, it was really bad. Um, for some reason, it just stayed cold longer last year. So my growth window was very small. So I started off, I would say, kind of unmotivated this year, but I still
Mm,
believe in growing food so I can put food away.
yeah.
That way, I don't have to go to the store. I go to the store for some stuff, but majority of the food that I eat, the vegetables that I eat, I grow myself. All my herbs that my wife cooks with, I grow myself. My oregano, my thyme, my sage, my rosemary, all of those things I grow myself. And I've been growing my herbs since I got started doing gardening, like since 2014.
Oh, okay.
Um, yeah, I grow my own herbs. Now, I supplement sometimes. I go buy stuff, yeah, because for some reason I cannot master converting my onions into powder. I always burn them up, and I hate the smell of burnt onions
How you
Do you
burn them
have a
up? You
because I was using the oven on low.
oh
Even though I have a dehydrator, I just too lazy to sit down and actually figure the darn thing out.
oh okay. Yeah, I did mine in the oven. I did pretty good, but I'm trying to
Pause.
think. You had it. You burnt them up. You had them
Yeah.
on too high of
Can
a
we
setting,
pause
or
for
you
a
had them.
second?
I'm over
Yes,
here fussing and you can't hear me.
Can we pause for a second?
yes, ma'am.
Let me say what I got to say right quick.
Let me
How
make
you gonna have a dehydrator and don't know how to look? All you got to do is put the stuff on the thing and turn the button on. Look, it's that easy and simple. You ain't got to do nothing.
Get him, Mona. Get him.
All right, now if you scolded me,
Don't buy something and you can't use it. I
you
think
know
I better
why?
listen to
It's
myself.
been sitting in my garage since
Uh-uh.
Oh Lord.
2021.
wait a
Uh-uh.
minute.
Uh-uh.
Pause.
Uh-uh.
Pause.
Uh-uh.
They getting you tonight. Uh-oh. I'm sure your wife would appreciate this.
I just want to say,
Hey, babe, they beating
seriously,
up on me over here.
We can't hear you.
We can't hear
Look at
you.
this face.
Okay.
Seriously?
Read my expression.
It says everything.
Okay. All right.
You don't even have to use no words. Your expression said
You
everything.
you can continue now. You can't convert onions into onion powder because
But you know what's funny?
yet
I
yet.
have no problem
Hey,
doing.
LP.
I have no problem doing my turmeric powder, my ginger powder, because I grow my own turmeric and I grow my own ginger. No problem. And the other thing that I turn into powder is hibiscus leaves because I drink hibiscus tea. It's good for your blood pressure.
So why don't
And
you if you can't make onion powder, then why don't you just freeze the onions?
I do. I chop them up and okay. How do you mean freeze them? Because I'm already chopping them up and dicing them up and freezing them in freezer bags.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Just freeze them.
Yeah, yeah, I already do that. But I'm talking
Okay.
about breaking them down even smaller molecules powder.
Yeah, I did a video on my onions that my green onions that I did dehydrate in the oven. It was a 2-day process, and then put them
I
inside.
saw that video. I did see
Yeah,
that video.
you didn't see me burn that, no, did you? Okay.
No, I
But
didn't.
anyway,
I didn't see you burn anything
I'm
yet.
just saying. Then I put them in the coffee grinder and powdered them down. It was real simple and easy.
Yeah, and that's what I do. I have two coffee grinders because I powder it like all my sage. I powder my sage down. I powder up my oregano. I powder up my rosemary. So everything else I powder up and I got it because as fast as I make it, my wife uses it up. So and
Oh,
it's
that's a
right there.
beautiful thing. Yeah,
Excuse me.
that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it's cheap too because
Yeah,
herbs are expensive now.
Yeah.
yes, they are. And then some of
I
them are
need to.
some of them are
I
tainted.
need to know. I have so much lemongrass. It's almost what 6 feet tall, and I just don't know what else to do with it.
Send me some.
Huh?
Send me some.
Dry it, save it. It lasts for years. Dry it, dehydrate it, dry it, cut
Um,
it, keep
is
cutting it, and dry it. It's so amazing. The benefits are amazing.
So just cut it
Grover
and
Hudson
dry
did a
it, and
video on how you make it into the rings.
well, I know how to do the rings. I've done that.
So is she asking how to do it, or she's telling
No,
you?
I know how to do that,
But
but
I'm saying
it's just so much of it.
it's
Send
growing
me
her
some
Tincture
asking
it,
because
a
I don't have
question.
any.
tincture, oil infusion. The benefits are amazing. I'll
Okay.
talk to you about that. But lemon, if you have it like that, you can even sell it. It's very popular in the stores if you
Hmm.
wanted to sell some. But it's so amazing. The benefits of it is so amazing.
So Mike
Tincture it,
said
but
lemongrass
take it,
freezes
dry
well.
it right now.
He says that
Try
lemongrass
it
freezes
and what?
well.
How would you tincture? What would you use to tincture it?
If you drink alcohol, you can use a 80 proof to 100 proof alcohol. I tend to do vinegar and alcohol. For people who do not drink alcohol, I'll do it with vinegar. But you can tincture it and it'll last you for over a year. You only need a couple drops under the tongue when you need it for its medicinal benefits. Like it's an amazing herb. One of the newest ones that I learned about maybe about 6 months ago. It's amazing. Like I will talk.
Okay.
So I guess I was asking was going with Hudson, was she asking a question as to how to process it? Was that what she was asking, or was she suggesting how to ring it? How to ring it? Was that a question? I think you wanted to know how to ring it. So how do you ring it? Who
Oh
was that?
no, Grover Hudson has a video on how to ring it,
Oh, she does have a
how to make
video.
the
Okay.
rings. Yeah, for drying it and storing it.
Okay, so we'll need to go over there at some point and watch her. Uh,
I have my rings in Ziploc bags, but a lot of it I dry out to make. So I just made tincture and an oil infusion with it.
So if you put it in the ring, you dry it, the dehydrate the rings, then you put it in a Ziploc bag. Okay. All right.
Make sure that it's completely dry, and it'll last you for a long time.
There's a question right there from LP. So you guys air dry your peppers as well? Yes, I do. I mean, I don't air dry in a machine. I just air dry, let it sit out and it gets hard, and then you can crush it up.
What is that? Peppers?
That's
Yeah,
a good idea, Mike. I have
Isn't it
because
more beneficial?
I just
Is it?
ordered off Amazon a whole bunch of wedding bags, the little mesh bags. So I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna put them all in there and hang them outside because the sun is hot here, really hot. Ain't gonna
right.
take no time to dry out. That's for sure.
Is it more beneficial to air dry than to dehydrate?
Air drying is always better. You hold on to the
Yeah,
flavor color.
yeah. You hold it keeps more of the nutrients. To me, it keeps more of the nutrients in. I don't know if maybe it's in my head, but that's what it works for me that way.
Yeah,
If you have a dehydrator that has the temperature settings, then you can dehydrate at a lower temperature to maintain the color. Um, um, but
And its
but a
properties.
lot of
And its
dehydrators
properties.
don't have temperature settings. They only have one setting, and so air drying is better. The other thing is air drying is not possible if you live in a place that has high humidity.
Right.
yeah,
It's not going to completely dry, and so you could end up with mold.
Yeah,
And you don't want your herbs tainted by mold. So you have to, be careful. You have to know what your humidity is, and I can't tell you what the numbers are. So you have to,
Mm.
do your research and figure out what the numbers are. There's some things that I air dry simply because they air dry fine. Some herbs you can just I tie them and just hang them in the pantry and let them dry, air dry
yeah.
in the house, and that's fine. Or I'll throw them in a paper bag and let them air dry in a paper bag, and that's fine. But some things hold moisture, and you have to be really careful about those. You really want to use your dehydrator for those.
Yeah, I found out the hard way about the mold thing because I air dried some what you call it. Golly, it was just right on the tip of my tongue. But let me come back to y'all on that. God, I hate when I forget stuff.
who was that
Can
said that
I?
they put theirs inside with wedding bags and put it in front of the fan, air dry it
Yeah,
that way, and I guess that cuts down on the molding.
Mold.
yeah, that'll
Yeah,
help.
yeah.
Keeping the air
So
moving.
that's a good idea.
Shantae said that she have yet to purchase a fig. Right now, I know most places have them on clearance. I know
Figs?
Home Depot. I mean, Wally World, Tractor Supply, and I want to say Home Depot had some on clearance.
You
So
can't
they're
find
marking a
no
lot of
figs
the
around
trees
here.
down right now.
Yeah,
I think they
But
was
a
like
lot of them are in
$2 at
sad
Wally
shape
World.
too, because
So
they
I
a
remember what
lot
I
of
was
them are in
talking
bad
about.
shape.
My bay leaf. Last year I dried them, and it was nice and crisp. And I loaded it up in those half-gallon mason jars and vacuum sealed, right? And then I went into my pantry and I'm looking. I'm like, they look funny. And I opened it up, and you could really smell the mold. I had to throw all that. I
really.
literally just threw the mason jar away, which I didn't have to. I could have just sanitized it and used it, but I just threw the whole thing away. But yeah,
So
if you
bay
if you
leaves are
don't if you don't dry
interesting.
your stuff well, it will definitely turn to mold.
Bay
Right.
leaves are interesting because bay leaves are in the same family as like a magnolia. It's a laurel in the laurel family, and they have a
Hmm.
waxy leaf. It actually has a waxy coating on the leaf, that holds moisture in. So you're gonna have to be really careful when you dehydrate those to make sure that they're completely dry, because that's just, they grow in an area where they need that wax. So yeah, some
Yeah, I
things,
dehydrated some of mine also.
yeah, some things you can, are easy to dehydrate. Other things work against you.
Right, right.
But the nice
I
thing
did.
about bay leaves is that the oils in the leaves are usually anti.
Fungal.
I would think they would be antifungal. That's really weird. Maybe because it was closed and sealed.
They have to really be dry. I mean, super, super dry. And actually, I don't think you really have to dry the bay leaves. You can just leave them out. You can pluck them
Yeah,
and leave them out. Just leave them out and then use them as you want to use them. I would not put them in a concealed container until I've had them for like maybe several weeks, something like that.
yeah. There's some things like that. Like bay leaves might be one of those that you can just string
So these are
and
the bay
hang them in
leaves that
your
I did in
house, and then as you
2023.
need them, use them.
Those are the ones you did in 2023.
Mm-hmm. And
Okay.
then these are the ones that I've done this year so far.
Are those
Can
Laurel
you take
Bailey?
one out the jar and hold it up?
Sure.
Did the color change much?
Oh
Did a
yeah,
what?
it's gonna lose the color.
Huh?
They usually turn brown. Yeah.
Okay. That's
Okay,
what
yeah.
mine look like. Mine look like that.
And they smell so good.
Is
Yeah,
that
mine
And
a,
look
is
what
that
is
a,
that?
And these were
Bay
just air.
leaves.
I just air dry those.
yeah? Are those
I
a
need
And
some
Laurel?
cuttings. Some bay leaf. You got some cuttings for on the bay leaf?
you
You
know,
know,
I mean, every year I cut my tree down. So
Send me
because I
some.
keep it in containers, so when I cut it down at the end of the year, I just send
Yes.
you a piece. I don't know.
Thank you.
I don't know how you get it to catch. I've never done cutting.
You got my address.
I
Send
do.
it.
I
Oh.
told you I had your cuttings.
let me just tell
Hey,
you something
I want
about
one from
her.
you and one from him. Look.
Duval, let me
I'm
just
just
tell you
trying
something
to
about
get it to
Mona.
root.
Roy, what
And
has so why are you throwing your bay leaves away when they turn brown? I mean, they're still good. They just,
Duval, let me
dehydrated
just tell
them.
you something about Mona. She gonna ask for something. If you say you got something, she gonna ask for it. She don't care if
hey,
I
18
got
people done
you.
said they gonna
a
send it.
closed mouth don't get fed.
She gonna ask for it. She don't care if she get it from 18 different people. She gonna
Felicia, we
ask
can't
for it.
Right.
hear you.
Then that mean
Felicia,
I'm gonna get it right one
yeah,
way
you
or
got
That
the
means,
other.
look, and that
Felicia.
means one of them gonna grow.
I'm having
That's
trouble hearing you.
Yes, Serena.
Felicia, turn your mic up. You don't wanna? Having trouble hearing you. I don't know. You sound mousy.
I
You over there
can't help
playing.
it. There's something that happens to my machine. I think it has I think it adjusts based on my voice,
Okay.
and it will do some weird stuff, and it'll make it sound like I'm far, far away. I
Fine.
can't.
Okay.
There's
Yeah,
nothing I can do about it. It goes in and out. I can't change it.
yeah.
Yes, Troy, what husband? Now you know. Don't throw those bay leaves away, darling.
Baileys have a lot of functionality. I mean, I put them in my rice to keep past weevils because that's what we used to do in Jamaica. We would put them in
Put them
rice,
in your rice
flour,
and your
and
flour and your
we would
grits
dry
and
them,
your
crush them up,
cornmeal.
and sprinkle them on the along the borders of your property. They
Yep.
keep down roaches, rodents, stuff like that. They're a
Oh,
lot of good
okay.
uses.
I
Okay.
Yeah.
need. Oh, I need a bunch of
Any
those.
I put a bay leaf in almost any kind of serve any kind of
Soup.
herbs or seasonings that I have. I'll put a
If
whole bay leaf in the jar of everything.
you want to get
And
your rice that you cook aromatic, when you boil your rice, just drop one or two bay leaves in there. It
I
will make your rice just taste Right.
Anything that you're storing, any grains that you're storing, corn, wheat, rice, grits, any pasta, anything like that that you're storing long term, throw a bay leaf in there.
Yep.
Throw a bay leaf in
But
there.
when you cooking it, can you use like say just break off a bay leaf and throw in there when you're cooking?
Yes,
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I don't use bay leaves much when
Just don't eat it.
you don't eat
Yeah,
it.
don't
Right,
eat it.
Yeah,
right.
just don't eat it. Just set it to the side. And when I cook with bay leaves, I make sure I keep a count. How many did I put in so I can
Right, right. I
remember?
Yeah,
do that.
because you do
Yeah.
need to take them out.
And
The other thing,
the thing I love about bay leaves, when they hydrate, they fluff up to their original condition.
Mm.
Now, I'm gonna show you what I mean. Let me see if I can find one. Because sometimes when you dry them, they'll completely crinkle up. But
Right.
once you put them in whatever, I guess it's the heat and the moisture, they just open all the way up. So it's not hard to find them once you do that. And the thing I love about these is, there's certain things that once you seal it up, if you open it constantly, it will go to mildew. Not bay leaf. Once your bay leaf is truly dried, it's good to go, and
yeah,
it'll last forever.
yeah, they do.
Mine says it's sharp. I guess if you eat it, it tastes sharp. Mine.
No, it has
It's just dangerous on your intestines.
it
It has
has
sharp
it
edges.
has sharp.
Okay.
It's like I want to say like silica, but it's not silica.
Yeah, it's
It actually
dangerous on
it
your on
actually
your
has
your, your
filaments
intestines.
in it that will cut your intestines. That's why you don't eat it. That's why they always say remove bay leaves in
Yep,
recipes. Add
yep.
bay leaves, remove bay leaves before
Yep.
serving.
Right. Right.
And the smell is just so aromatic. It makes your food smell better to me, and it makes your food taste better to
Yeah,
me because we all have our different tastes. You know,
yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah. Now, my question to you, D. Mood, is that a laurel bay leaf?
it is,
Yes.
it
Okay,
is. But this one is actually from guess where?
where?
Jamaica, baby.
Jamaica, from the motherland, from my motherland.
Oh.
Okay, okay, all right.
So there are native bay leaves here. Um in the south for sure. I don't know how far
They're native to
north
warm.
they go.
They're native to warm climate.
There's two different ones, Sweet Bay and Red Bay, that are
Yeah,
native here, and they're everywhere. If you know them when you see them, if I'm out in the forest and I know where I am and I know that it hasn't been sprayed, I'm always collecting bay leaves. Because if you know what you know what you know. But
Right.
yeah, that's one thing that you can forage easily because they're native. But there is a disease that they're very susceptible to. It's the same disease. They're in the same family as avocados. So it would behoove you to mm, to collect and have as much bay leaf on hand as you can, because if they don't get control of that disease, they may get wiped out.
yeah. It's just
Oh.
like anything else.
Well, mine out here on my deck is growing like crazy now that I moved it upstairs because I had it downstairs in the lower garden and I would forget about it. It was sitting as you walk into the garden. I wasn't paying it any attention. Started looking a little crazy, so I brought it up here and put it in a grow bag. And it is not a grow bag, but in a gallon, 7 gallon bucket, and it is having a field day, growing every day.
Mm.
And Mona, yes, I have not forgotten that you want to cut in as well. So I'll make sure you get your cutting. And
So,
it's
So
Mona,
so what's his name? So
how many zucchini seeds you get, Mona?
We're not gonna count.
let
Raise
me ask
your
a
hand if
question real
you
quick.
sent Mona
Shanti
zucchini
G said
seeds.
Bailey's bring prosperity. So I'm like, explain that because I've never heard that before. I'm always about prosperity. So I mean, let me know.
I don't know about bay leaves and prosperity.
Yeah, I saw her. I saw she put something in the chat said Bailey brings prosperity to your home. I was like, okay,
But
never
bay
heard
leaves
about
are
that.
very aromatic. It's probably another one of those herbs that you could use to um as an incense.
Yeah, you can burn it. You can burn it in your house to give your house an aromatic smell. I've never done it, but I know back home people do that, and even in India, people in India burn bay leaves.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have personally not done it, but I've seen people do it.
I've not burned bay leaves, but I burn a lot of stuff because I just like to burn stuff.
Oh, you do.
Okay, okay, all right, I got you.
Cause this is a joke, people. What was the profession of the wise men?
Frankincense and myrrh. They were dealing in herbs.
They were firemen. They came from a fire in the east.
Okay.
He was trying to make it be legit.
Okay,
They came
Felicia,
from
good
fire in the
All
thing.
right.
east.
Yeah.
They were firemen.
Well, on that with 15-minute countdown, look, yeah, cause I'm getting sleepy and yeah,
Well, hey, Miss Mona, I
I
really
need to
appreciate your
go to
invite. I
thing.
think you had sent me one before, but I don't hit my Gmail a lot. So now that I got it linked to my regular email, it came in today, and I was like, oh, what's going on? That you see how quick I responded back to you. I was like,
Yes, that was
okay, sure.
nice.
And so when the reason why I was late was literally I had just woke up and my wife was like, "Hey, Sifting sent you a thing. You gonna get on or what?" Oh, yeah, yeah. So she keeps
Oh,
me
that was
straight.
nice.
Yeah, she just came down here. She did, how when y'all getting ready for bed, I'm like, "What you doing, girl?" She got the pixie tail, her little scarf hat, her mask. I'm like, "This is the woman that I've been attached to for 32 years, God."
Whoa,
Wow.
whoa, that's
Yes,
great.
Lynette.
Congratulations.
She
That's
came to
great.
ask
Yes,
me, so
yes.
I see you got like five other women with you tonight. You gonna come to give me some time? I'm okay. I'm coming.
See ya.
Uh, what? What
Hey,
happened? What?
she know I'm good for it.
Oh, are we?
Are we burning white sage? I got some seeds. Let me know how it's working out. Burning white sage.
Who's got
We
white
got
sage
white
seeds?
sage.
We come.
I have sage. I don't know if it's white sage. I have sage,
I keep
and
sage in
mine
my
I do cuttings. I've never seen a sage seed. I don't know what a sage seed look like.
I've grown sage from seed, but that's culinary sage. I don't have white sage. White sage is a different, actually a totally different plant.
Literally, I have never seen a sage seed, and I've been growing sage for a long time. I've never seen my plant go to seed, so I don't know.
Mine is going to seed now.
I've seen it flower. It has like a little, like a yellowish flower on it.
Really? Okay.
You
Yeah.
sound muffled, Duval, or you gotta come back to your mic.
She's got some feedback going on.
So
Okay.
sage is a
IMDb.
perennial. My sage
Yeah.
it dies back in the winter and comes back, in the spring. So it's 2 years old. It is a perennial. But some people burn
And
sage to keep ward off the evil spirits and whatever. It's supposed
and
to
that
be.
is that is exactly how mine is. My sage plant, I've had it for 10 years.
Hmm.
I've got a container variety sage, and it doesn't actually die back. It just kind of sits there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine doesn't really die back here in Alabama. It just kind
Yeah.
of
Hmm.
sits there, and then in the spring it grows a little bit,
Yeah.
a
Oh,
little bit.
Jane Doe, look at what she says. The belief of placing bay leaves in your water a person's thought is thought to bring financial abundance and good fortune. That's the leaves act as a magnet for wealth, drawing
Okay, that will
prosperity.
be going in my wallet.
I'm gonna put
Look,
my whole
look,
plant in
I'm
my
like,
wallet.
let me go get some bay leaf. Look, ain't no money going in my closet. Let me see if I put some in my wallet.
I
I'm gonna
can
get my whole plant carried around.
Well, you know what? I
Jane
I
Doe.
literally I
Oh,
literally almost destroyed my bay leaf. I left it out last year because I was like, I'm not bringing it because I normally bring everything into my garage. I left it, and it didn't, because it didn't get as cold. The temperature did drop, and I was like, it was still green. But what happened was there was green, but the new tips were all burnt off.
See,
Oh.
it'll
So
get
what I
thick
had to do
again.
was I literally had to cut it completely down, and then it came back with a vengeance. So I will not leave it outside again. It's coming inside
Mine is
during.
staying outside. I don't care rain, snow, sleet. It's staying outside now. You can act crazy if you want to, but I'm not bringing them bugs in my house. But it's been outside. It's been enduring the weather. It did
It
get
should
some
do
freezer
fine
burn.
in Georgia.
Yeah, but it's an evergreen, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
So
it should do fine in Georgia because they're native here.
yeah, it
not
been
in
an
not in
evergreen.
Virginia. Not with my weather.
Oh, now
Yeah.
Virginia, you look
I
crazy
just
there.
cover mine up. I use frost protection covers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
native here. They should be able to handle it a little bit. Um, I can say
There you
that
go,
since I
Coach
brought the
Granny.
big thing of not sage, but since I brought the big thing of bay leaves, that it has attracted money to my house, but it also has attracted bills
Yeah.
Oh,
to go along with the money. So, okay, I might be getting sleepy.
Yeah, it's okay, Felicia.
no. All right. So, D-Move, I'm gonna give you a chance to say goodbye. We down to 9 minutes. So,
Well, well, folks, it's been a pleasure. I don't know if any of y'all have looked at any type of what do you call it, cryptocurrency. Um, Look at some cryptocurrency. That's the wave of the future. Uh, I tell you what, I make some good money from it, sitting at my house, just playing on my computer, make a few extra dollars, just dibbling and dabbling. So keep that in your under your hat. Look at it, because everything we're trying to do in this world of ours is we trying to go paperless, and we trying to use cyber. So that's gonna be our future, is crypto money. And with that, my friends, I bid you all a good night, and it was a pleasure hanging out with you all for 2 hours. And we'll do it again.
We enjoyed you so much. Thank you. And is that what the
thank
stock
you.
market? That's the stock market, right?
Yes, thank you.
It's
Thank you.
actually not the stock
It's
market.
not the stock market. It's
It's not the
separate.
stock market. Well, let me rephrase that. They have just put two on the market, which is Bitcoin and Ethereum. But there are so many other coins, and just get an understanding of what it is. You don't necessarily have to do it, but you get an understanding of it. Because if you go into like here where I'm at in supermarkets now, they're accepting Bitcoin
Oh, okay.
as payment. So if they're doing it already, slowly but surely, it a coming. You might want to fight it, but it's a coming.
You're so
Um,
loaded with so much information. We're gonna have to have you back because you know what? I don't want you to come back 2 months from now and I have all this information that you hadn't shared. So,
hey, just do like Mona do. Just send me an invite on the Gmail thing, and I'll just come up on your live and we'll chit chat.
okay. You watch
All
your
right, ladies,
email,
have a
okay?
good night.
Thank you.
Good
Good
night.
night.
And Miss Robin,
Yes.
we want to know about your channel before we go. We got one
Oh,
minute.
add a little glam and let's continue to grow together. Check out my videos. Come see me 9 o'clock p.m. on Thursday nights.
Do you show how to do tinctures on your videos?
Yeah, I've done infusions on my video. I did lip scrubs a couple weeks ago. I did rose water, rose oil. I'll do a tincture this week. We'll do a
Okay, well,
tincture this week.
everybody get over there. She'll be doing a tincture this week, maybe a community post to announce that
Yep,
when you're
I'll
gonna
do
do it.
that. Yep,
So we all can head over there and learn how to do tinctures while it's freshly on our minds.
yep. We'll do a tincture. What y'all want me to tincture? Which is there a specific herb y'all want to do? Some herb you maybe want to learn about? I think I'm trying to think what's on my live this week. Last week I did the top 10 herbs.
Do lemongrass.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do lemongrass.
Okay.
We'll tincture some lemongrass, and I
All
actually
right.
have some already infusing too. But I'll do it. I'll do it live with you because I have
Okay.
Okay.
some rules.
Do that announcement so everybody can know when you're ready.
Most welcome.
Yep. So
Thank
Thursday,
you for
9 p.m.
coming.
on the Glamour Planner, we'll tincture lemongrass.
Reminder of our way of community toast.
Did you see Brenda's
And
question?
Duval, your exit.
All right. I am Duval, City Girl Gardener, and I do all sorts of videos, gardening, just relaxing, enjoying life. Um, just showing my garden, what I have growing in my garden. I don't have an actual day that I actually go live or anything yet, but just stop by and look at some of my videos and enjoy some of my music I have going on. I post at least twice
Good
a
night,
week.
Birdie.
Good
Okay.
night, Birdie.
Good night, Birdie.
Are you Miss Peachnut?
Georgia Peach Nut here. I try to put up at least 3 to 4 videos a week. Sometimes I'm not as on point because life be life, and but I just show you my way of gardening. I grow mainly in 30-gallon grow bags. I show you that it's possible. I grow fruit trees in there as well as vegetables and herbs and fruit bushes. So I'm just out there with the bees and insects and dirt and animals and uh, in the heat or in the cold, showing you how to protect your plants in the heat, showing you how I protect my plants in the cold and from the
Good
insects.
night, Renee.
My garden is not Better Homes and Garden, but it works for me. And I am growing some food, and I just ask that you come along and just enjoy the journey. If you have any questions, try to get to all the questions that's asked. And just enjoy life and want you to be healthy and grow your own food so you don't have to come in my garden and ask me for mine.
Good night, Jane Doe.
Good night, Jane
Miss
Doe.
Felicia?
Here she go.
That's all I got.
What'd you say?
That's all I got.
Good night, D Mood. Good night, Mike's Chaotic
Good night,
Gardening.
Jessica. Night, Mike. Night.
Miss Marla,
Good
tell
night.
us about you, baby.
Look,
Good night.
I'm
Good
Sister Some
night.
Soul and
Everybody.
more, and I'm here, just chilling and enjoying life. And I'm glad each and every one of you that came by and
Yes.
said hello. And I forgot to say in the beginning of all those of you, if you made it this far, that came in on my replay game, people, leave a thumbs up and a comment, and I'll leave a heart and let you know that I saw you. It might be 2, 3 weeks later, but I still will respond. Don't look for immediate response. But I want to thank you all for coming, and this was a pretty good live. But on this note, we're gonna go out like this.
We're
I
gonna
should have
hope to
been ready.
have. I'll see you guys Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Felicia.
Yes, and we're gonna see Felicia tomorrow night at
Maybe.
11 Eastern. No, 11 Central,
Good
12
night,
Eastern
David.
tomorrow.
Yes, and
Yeah,
hopefully D
Maybe.
Move can come back to my channel on Tuesday if he's still here.
on Tuesday. You want
Yeah,
him to come Tuesday?
I want him to come Tuesday night so that we can
Oh,
talk
because I
more about
invited
all these
someone
deals.
else on Tuesday night.
Oh, well,
But
that's
Hey,
fine. You got
Haven.
somebody else. We'll get it when we get it.
Thanks for
okay.
catching the replay, the Haven.
Okay.
Hey, the Haven.
It takes patience to be in the garden. You
Uh-oh.
have to marinate.
She is here. She got a little music on. She gonna bounce us out like that. Really? Go Felicia. Go Felicia. Yeah.